Morning, children. Welcome to today's class. So, you know that in the last class, we have started the lesson about the nervous system. You have learned how important the nervous system is. So, nervous system controls and coordinates the activities in our body. So, we are able to carry out the different activities performed in our body because of this nervous system only. So without this nervous system, and it is also called as the control center of the body, because it controls all the activities, it is called as control center of the body. Okay. So without this nervous system, the activities would not have been carried out, because the activities would be able to carry out because of the sending of the messages and the brain interpreting or processing the messages, and again understanding what message is that and sending back the message. So all these activities are done because of that sending and receiving of the messages, through that sending and receiving of the messages only. So that is why this nervous system is important. And you also studied the parts of the nervous system. So in the last class, we have discussed two parts. That is, the first one was the brain and second one was the spinal cord. We have discussed about those two parts. Today we'll discuss about the third part, nerves. Okay. So before going to nerves, just a glance about the brain and the spinal cord. So brain, that is also very, very important, because the message will be sent to the brain only. So brain only will decide what to do, and it carries out the different activities. So that is the main control center of the body. And it has again three parts: cerebrum, which is the largest part of the brain, and it controls the activities pertaining to the sense organs like smelling, tasting, seeing, hearing, all those things. And then next part was the cerebrum, which is also called the small brain, and that controls the voluntary activities of the body. That is sitting, standing, walking, running, jumping. All these are controlled by that. And the third one was medulla, that resembles the brain, that resembles the stem. That is why it is also called as brain stem. Okay. And it controls the involuntary activities like breathing, pumping of the blood, circulation of the blood, heartbeat, digestion of the food. All these are taken care by medulla. It is called as brain stem. And the second part you studied about the spinal cord. So that is a thick bundle of nerves, so which is present inside the backbone or the vertebral column or the spine. So the backbone is going to protect the spinal cord. Okay. So some actions are there where the messages will not be sent to the brain. So before going to the brain, the spinal cord only will decide what to do and sends back those messages. So there are few actions where spinal cord is only taking the decision. So this is about the two parts which you learned in the last class. Today we will move to the third part, that is the nerves. The third part of the nervous system, the name only says it is nervous. So it is all pertaining to nerves. Okay. So what are these nerves? So these nerves are thin thread-like structure. As I said, it is hair. It is compared to the hair of our body. So how thin it is, like that. Even these nerves also thin thread-like structures. Thin thread-like structures which are present or which are spread throughout our body. So these nerves are present throughout our body. Okay. So what is the use of these nerves? Now, as I said, this nervous system is based on sending and receiving of the messages. So sending and receiving and interpreting, all these are done because of the nerves which are present throughout our body. So just as the postman delivers the letters to our house, so like that, these nerves are going to send the messages. It receives the message from the sense organs. It sends through the nerves. It is going to send it to the brain, and brain will decide. Again, from the brain, we get the message through the nerves only, and it reaches the different parts of the body. So sending, this nervous system is based on sending and receiving messages, I said. That sending and receiving messages is taken care by the nerves. Okay. So that is the part of the nerves. Okay, and each nerve, I said there are millions of nerves present. Okay, each nerve has cell body. Okay, it has a structure, this cell body. So this picture, can you see? So this one is called as cell body. So each nerve is having this cell body. I said there are millions of nerves. So each nerve will have this cell body. Okay, and at the edges of this cell body, you can see small fiber-like thing. Okay, this and this small fiber-like thing. So they are called as dendrites. D-E-N. They are called as dendrites. D-E-N-D-R-I-T-E-S. Dendrites. Okay. So these dendrites are nothing but small fibers. Small fibers. So where are these present? They come out of each of the cell body. So this is a cell body. So from each of the cell body, a small fiber-like thing will come out. That is called as dendrites. Okay. And to another end of the cell body, there are long fiber-like thing. Again, long thread-like thing. Okay, at the other end of the cell body. So that are called as axon. A-X-O-N. They are called as axon. Okay, so that extends from the other end of the cell body. So because of this axon and dendrites only, the messages are being sent to the brain, and from the brain they are carried, the messages. Okay. So because of this dendrites and axon. So for each cell body, at the end of the cell body, you have this dendrites, and at any one end of the cell body, you have long fiber, this one. It is joined. So that is called as axon. So because of this axon and dendrites only, the messages are carried to and fro. So that is from the sense organs to the brain, and from the brain to the sense organs. Okay. This is about the nerves. And in the nerves only, as I said, there is a main part which is going to carry out the sending and the receiving of the messages. Okay. So again, in the nerves itself, there are three parts or three types of nerves. Nerves kinds. Okay. The first one is sensory nerves. First one is sensory nerves. Second one is motor nerves. Second one is motor nerves. And the third one is mixed nerves. So these are the three types of nerves which carry out different functions. So each kind of nerve perform different functions. Okay. So now we will see what are these functions of these nerves. Okay. So in our body, basically there are three types of nerves: sensory nerves, motor nerves, and mixed nerves. So we'll see in detail what are the functions of these nerves. Okay. First one is sensory nerves. The name only says they're sensory. That means, so it carries the messages. So the function of the nerves is basically carrying and sending the messages, is it not? So here sensory nerves is, it carries the message from the sense organs. From the sense organs, that is eyes, nose, ears, tongue, and skin. So from the sense organs, it carries the message, it transmits or it sends to the brain or the spinal cord. So that is the work of the sensory nerves. What are the changes happening in the environment? The sense organs will feel those changes, and through the nerves which is present throughout our body, it is sent to the brain or the spinal cord by the sensory nerves. Got it? And this takes care, or it transmits the sensation like hearing or seeing, sight. Basically, I told you sense organs. So whatever the work the sense organs will do, this sensory nerves will take care of that. Or tasting, feeling the heat or the cold or the pain or smelling. So all these are taken care by sensory nerves. All these are taken care by sensory nerves. Now, as I said, hearing. Now I am speaking, I am explaining the lesson. Now, how you are able to hear? So your ears, that is the sense organs, will receive the message and it is going to send to the brain. It is going to send to the brain. So that is taken care by sensory nerves. That work is done by sensory nerves. Okay. So after that, only if it sends the message to the sense organs, is it enough? So we have to get back what it is it not? So you should hear what I am saying, is it not? So that is taken care by the motor nerves. Okay. So this sensory nerves, what it does from the sense organs, it sends the message to the brain or the spinal cord, I said, is it not? Brain or the spinal cord. Okay. After it sends the message, the brain is going to process what it is. It interprets or it understands what you are hearing. So that is taken care by motor nerves. So from the brain, it is going to send the message to the muscles of our body. It is going to send the message to the muscles of our body. Okay. So as soon as it gets the message from the sensory nerves, it is going to interpret. It is going to understand what it is. And again, back from the brain, it is going to send the message to the muscles of the body. Okay. And according to the message, what the brain gives, so this motor nerves, again, it sends back to the message to the ears. That ma'am is explaining the lesson, you are hearing this. Or whatever you eat, you feel the taste. Or if it is hot, you sweat. So all those things are taken care by the motor nerves. Okay. So this here, it from the brain, it receives the message to the muscles of the body. And then from the muscles, it is going to send it to the other parts. Okay. Okay. Next one is the mixed nerves. Here only the name itself, again, it says it is mixed nerves. That means it takes care of the functions what these both nerves do. So sensory nerves and motor nerves, what these both nerves do. So this mixed nerves is going to take care. That means from the sense organs, it is going to take the message to the brain or the spinal cord, and again it brings back the messages from the brain or the spinal cord. It brings back the message to the sense organs. So both the work it does. It takes care of both sending and receiving of the messages. So because of this work only, we are able to understand the environment. We are able to know what is happening in the environment. We are coming to know what is in the environment. Understood? So these are the three types of nerves present in our body. So these are the three parts of the nervous system what you learned. First one was the brain, then spinal cord. Today you learned about the nerves. Understood, children? Yes. So next one, as I said, the messages will be sent from the sense organs to the brain or the spinal cord, and the brain is going to interpret the message and send it back to the sense organs, I said. There are few actions carried out in our body where from the sense organs, the message will not be sent to the brain. In the middle only it is going to stop, and the spinal cord only will decide what it is, and again it sends back to the sense organs. Okay. So such actions are called as reflex actions. What are they called? Reflex actions. Okay. So why is that? Why it is not sending the message to the brain? Okay, we'll see that. So next one is reflex actions. Reflex actions. Okay, now I'll give you a few examples of reflex actions. Okay, now all of a sudden, if you touch any hard object, so what will be your immediate reaction there? You will keep your hand on the vessel itself or hot object itself for some time? No. So what will be your immediate reaction for that? Immediately you pull your hand back. Is it not? Or now suppose in front of you, you have your favorite food, some ice creams or chocolates or some junk food you have. So before eating, before you put your hand, take a bite from that piece and eat. So what will be your immediate reaction? So your mouth begins to water at the sight of that food only, your favorite food only, your mouth begins to water. You wish to eat. So before taking a piece from that, so your mouth begins to water, is it not? So all these reactions are very, very fast and it is automatic. So it will not wait for the brain to decide. So it is taken care by the spinal cord itself. So such actions are called as reflex actions. Okay. So reflex actions here, as I said, the message will not be sent to the brain. So here reflex actions, spinal cord is only going to decide because it should be quick, it should be fast and sudden. So since it should occur quickly and it is sudden, it does not require thinking. No thinking. So it does not require thinking. You cannot keep your hand on the hot vessel and think whether I have to pull my hand back or keep it on that vessel only. So it does not require thinking. So it is quick, it is sudden, and it is involuntary actions. So such actions are called as reflex actions, and the messages for those actions, that is for the reflex actions, it will not be sent to the brain. The spinal cord only will decide what to do and the actions will be taken accordingly. Okay. So a few more examples of the reflex actions are, so when you stamp a thorn or if you are plucking a flower from the garden, if a thorn pricks, okay, or you are blinking your eyes. So all those things, or something if you bring your finger near your eyes. So what happens? Immediately your eyes will close. So it does not wait or it does not think, let the finger poke, afterwards I'll remove. It does not think like that. It will not wait. Is it not? So I told that the messages to the brain is very, very quick. The transmission and deciding, sending and receiving is very, very fast, I said. So these are still faster than that because it will not go to the brain. The spinal cord only will decide. Okay. So it is involuntary actions which does not require thinking. So it will not reach the brain. So reflex actions are controlled by the spinal cord itself. Okay. So imagine how fast it is. Okay. So why these reflex actions are done? To protect ourselves, to stop the damage occurring more. So these reflex actions are done. Okay. So reflex actions can be defined as, it is an involuntary action. It is sudden involuntary actions which takes place for any response. Okay. So this reflex actions are taken care by the spinal cord. So it is sudden, it does not require thinking. So it is done to protect ourselves. So from the sense organs, the message will not reach the brain. So spinal cord only, the message will be stopped there only in the spinal cord. So it decides, so it is very urgent. So it only transmits the message and sends back the message to the sense organs to do the work immediately. Okay, so such actions are called as reflex actions. They are automatic reactions. Reflex actions are automatic reactions which does not require thinking, and it is taken care by the spinal cord. Okay, so it will not allow the message to reach the brain. So the spinal cord is only taking care. Got it? So blinking of the eyes, and then the sight of the favorite food in front of you, and if you touch an hot object, so you remove your hand immediately, and then all these are examples of reflex actions. Got it, children? Okay. Now we'll move to the next topic, that is sense organs. Sense organs. So when I started the lesson, in the introduction of this lesson only, I said how important are these sense organs. Through the 5 sense organs which are present in our body, we are able to know what is happening in the environment. We'll come to know what is happening in the environment. So that is why these sense organs are called as windows to the environment, windows to the world, you can say, because just by seeing, by hearing, by feeling, you will come to know what are the changes happening in the environment. So that is why the sense organs are called as windows to the world, you can say. Okay. Yes. So you know the 5 sense organs and what are the uses of that, is it not? So in detail, how it works, what are the different parts of it, how it receives the message and sends the message, we will learn in detail now. Okay. So first one is eyes. Okay. So through the eyes, you can, it is the organ for sight. So through the eyes, we can see. It is the organ for sight. Okay. And it is ball-shaped. It is a ball-shaped organ. It is like a ball. It is a ball-shaped organ which is protected. Which is protected in the bony socket of the skull. In the bony socket of the skull. Okay. So when you studied about the skeleton, when I showed the picture, so for the eyes there is some space, for the ears there are like socket, holes like thing, in which these eyes are the nose or the ears are placed, is it not? So like that, this it is a ball-shaped organ which is protected in the bony socket of the skull. So in the skull, so in this socket, these eyes are placed. Okay, so and this is used for seeing. Okay, here in the eyes also we have different parts. So we'll see what are the different parts of the eyes. Okay, yes. First one is the eyelid and the eyelashes. First part of it is eyelids and eyelashes. And eyelashes. Okay, so when you draw the picture of an eye, so when you draw this upper part, you draw it like this, is it not? So here you have the hair like thing, upper and below, is it not? So this part is the eyelid and the hairs, what you see, they are the eyelashes. Okay, so what for this eyelids and eyelashes are there for our eyes? So as I said, this is the eyelid, lid, which is for a tin you have the lid. Why? It is for closing, is it not? To protect, so that dust should not fall inside that lid. So like that, even for this, for the eyes also, this eyelid and eyelashes are there to protect that from the dust. So suppose you are playing in the ground, if the wind blows, so if it is carried away, the mud is carried away, so immediately what you will do, you close your eyelid, is it not? So that the dust particles should not enter into our eyes. So it is going to protect it from the dust, dirt. Okay, then injuries. Now suppose if by chance if your fingers try to poke your eyes, so as soon as you bring your fingers to near your eyes, so this eyelid will close, is it not? So it is going to protect our eyes from the injuries, and then even from the strong light. It is going to protect us from the strong light. So in the afternoon, suppose you go out and try to see the sun. So you know that the sun's heat is very much, it is more. So as soon as you try to see the sun, so you will not be able to see. So your eyelids will close immediately, is it not? So it will not allow the strong light to go inside and damage the eyes. So it protects us from the strong light also. So which part is that? Eyelid and eyelashes. These are the two parts which is going to protect our eyes from the dust, dirt, injuries and strong light. Understood? So these are the use of that. Okay. Now we'll move to the second part. Second part is called as iris. Second part is called as iris. Okay. So this iris, inside that you have a ball-like thing in your eyes, if you have observed that. So that is the colored part of the eye. It is the colored part of the eye. So few people will have different colors for that. Not all. Almost you can see black or brownish or bluish, green, like that. So you will have different colors for different people. You have different colors, and those colors are inherited from the parents or the grandparents also. So if they have different colors, so that can come to their child or for the grandchild also. So the color of the iris depends on the parents or grandparents. So it can be inherited. That means it can be got from them. So as I said, it can be bluish or brownish. Usually it is black. So for some people, it can be bluish or it can be brown. Okay. So that is the colored part of the eyes. So this iris is the colored part of the eyes. Okay. And then moving to the next part. So in the iris, in the center of the iris, there is one transparent layer. Okay. So in the opening, it has an opening in the center of the iris. So that opening is called as pupil. What is it called? Pupil. In the here I drew this. So this eyelid and the eyelashes I drew now. So here you have this iris. So in the center there is an opening. So that is called as pupil. So what is the use of this pupil is light is going to enter through this. So light enters our eye through this. Light enters through this. Okay. So light enters our eye through this. So where is this present? There is an opening in the center of the iris. So that is called as pupil. Okay. Yes. Then next, in the front part of the eye. So in the front part of the eye, there is a transparent covering. So that transparent covering is called as cornea. The transparent covering is called as cornea. Transparent covering. What do you mean by transparent? So which allows the light to pass through it, which can be seen through easily. Anything can be seen through that easily. So it is present in the front part of the eye. Okay. So this cornea is present in the front part of the eye. Front part of the eye. Okay. And next one, I'll erase this and write it here. Next one, at the back of the eye, that is fifth one. At the back part of the eye, there is one more part called retina. That is retina. Okay. So this retina is present at the back part of our eye. Back part of the eye. back part of our eye. Okay, understood? Yes, this is present at the back part of our eye. So what is the use of this is, it acts like a screen. It acts like a screen. Okay, so whenever eyes tries to see some picture, it is here, the picture of any object will fall on this retina, and there is a nerve present throughout our body, I said. So in our eyes, there is a special kind of nerve called optic nerves. Okay, so these are the nerves present in our eyes. They are called as optic nerves. So through this optic nerves, the picture, what it is captured on the retina, it will be sent to the pupil, iris. Okay, and the picture of that will be falling on the lens there. So that will send a message through this optic nerves. So that will send a message to the brain that you are seeing some picture. Actually, whatever picture you have seen there, or whatever picture falls on that screen, no, it will be ulta, upside down. Always it will be upside down. So through that optic nerves, the message will be taken to the brain. So the brain will interpret, I said. So that will make the picture correct. So it will make it upright, and then it will decide, oh, whatever picture you have seen is this. So again, through that optic nerves, it will send a message to the eyes that you are seeing this picture. Okay, so through this optic nerves, the message will be passed through in our eyes, and it will decide what to do, what picture you are seeing. Okay, so these are the different parts of the eye: eyelids, eyelashes, iris, pupil, cornea, retina. So these are the different parts of the eyes which are useful for us. So, and in the eyes, the optic nerves are present. So through that nerves only, the message will be sent and brought forward. Okay, and we'll recognize, we'll come to know what picture we are seeing. Okay. You know that the eyes are, as you know that the sense organs are, it is like eyes of the environment, or you can say that these sense organs are very much useful for our seeing or what is happening in the environment. This eyes, you have to take care of our eyes. You know that it is very, very important. So if eyes are not there, we will not know what we are seeing, what it is, or we cannot imagine how that picture might be. Now we are seeing it, so we'll come to know, oh, the apple picture is like that, the chalk face is like this, the book is like this. We have already seen, we'll come to know. So if our eyes were not there, so we could not imagine. So we should have heard what the other people saying, that's all. So these eyes are very much important for us. We have to take care of our eyes properly. We have to keep the eyes properly, take care of our eyes properly. Okay, so what all we must do in order to take care of our eyes? So we should wash our eyes with the cold water, and after washing, we have to wipe that with the clean towel or the handkerchief. Okay, so we should keep it cool. The eyes should be kept cool always. So we should wash it with the not very cold water, so warm or little bit cold water, and we have to use a neat, clean handkerchief or the towel to wipe that. Okay, and while reading or while writing, the lighting, you should sit in a place where you will get enough light, or there will be a strain for the eyes. So you have to, if the light is not proper, if you are trying to read in a place or write in a place where there is dim light, so you have to put strain for the eyes. So the eyes will not be able to see properly, and in order to see that what it is, so you have to put more strain on that. So there are chances that the eyes may get damaged. So that is why the lighting where we are sitting to read or to write should be proper, should be kept proper. Okay. And the book also, now suppose we are writing or we are reading, there are few people, what they do is they keep the book very close to the eyes and read, or while writing also they bend too much and they write. Is it not? So that should not be done. Again, there will be a strain for the eyes and our eyes will get damaged easily. So we have to take care of our eyes by giving enough light for that, not in the dim light also, not over light also. Okay. And then if we are not able to see anything properly, so immediately we have to go to the doctor, get our eyes checked and wear spectacles, so that will not put strain for our eyes and damage our eyes. Okay. So we have to consult doctor in the early stages only, so that if there is any damage for the nerves there, so because of that only we'll not able to see properly. So for some people, they'll not be able to see what is near them, or some people they cannot see what is far away from them. So they can immediately go to the doctor. As soon as you come to know that you are not able to see properly, so immediately you have to consult doctor. Or if the eyes are red, or if it is watering continuously. So for all these reasons, we have to consult doctor, so that we can take care in the early stages and keep our eyes in a good condition. Okay. And then not only that, the food we eat also is very, very important. So for our eyes, to take care of our eyes, vitamin A is very, very important. So that you can find it in all the vegetables, leafy vegetables, green vegetables, all fruits, or the sour fruits, or the vegetables like lemon, oranges, tomatoes, all these things, milk. So all these things contains vitamin A in them. So that if you, especially the carrot, so if we eat those vegetables, fruits properly, then our body will not have the deficiency of vitamin A, and in turn will not get any eye problem. So if there is lack of vitamin A in our food, if we don't eat the fruits, if we don't eat vegetables, carrot, drink milk, then there will get a disease called night blindness. That means we'll not be able to see in the dim light. So if the light is poor, in the dim light, we'll not be able to see, read, or write properly. That means especially in the night. The name only says night blindness. So in the dark, you'll not be able to see properly. So to avoid that, from the beginning itself, we have to eat the foods which contain vitamin A, the fruits, vegetables, carrot, all those things. If we eat, then our eyes will be in a good condition. We can take care of our eyes and will not get night blindness disease. Okay, so these are the important things about the eyes, the sense organs, eyes. So in the next class, we'll see about the other sense organs, how it works and what care we have to take them. Okay. So here I will stop. Now I'm going to give the assignment, or say what is the assignment. You have to write it. Many of you, when you come for correction, you are asking, should we do the homework and submit it? So then what for we are giving the assignments? To write only now. So it will be practice for you only. It will be easy for you to learn for the test. So in spite of reading 100 times, if you write once, it is very good. So I don't want to hear when you come for the correction in the next time, I don't want to hear, should we write the homework? So everybody, how you write the class works, so even the homeworks also should be written and submitted. Got it? And you are not putting the date, no heading, nothing. Few of you those who have submitted the homeworks. So as and when we give the homework, put the date. Either if you don't write the lesson also, from which lesson, write the main, what main you are writing. You will only understand what main it is. So you write what main you are writing there. Okay. Now today's homework is the third main from the August worksheet, that is match the following. Okay. So today's assignment is, so learn and write third main Third main, match the following. Match the following from August worksheet. August worksheet 2 times. So you can either put the numbers or you can write the direct answers also for match the following. So in the worksheet, the numbers are given, but you can write the direct answers also. Okay. So once I'll revise what is that. First one is mushroom. So it is a bacteria, it is a microorganism which has rich source of protein. So mushroom, rich source of protein. Next, fungi, ringworms and athlete's food. So it causes disease called ringworms and athlete's food. Next, protozoa, it causes disease like malaria and dysentery. Next, penicillium, so it is used to make the medicine penicillin. Penicillium, penicillin. Next, backbone, vertebral column. So backbone is also known as vertebral column. Next, elbows, knees, toes. So what kind of joints are present there? Hinge joint. Next, wrist, ankle, gliding joint. Next, sartorius. So it is the longest muscle in the thigh. So as I said, you can write the direct answers or you can put the numbers as given in the worksheet. Okay. So write, learn and write this. It will be easy for your FA2. Okay, children. So until the next class, take care and bye.